Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Ari, and today I'm actually talking about a little bit of a personal matter. I think it's personal because I debated whether to share this or not. As you can see by the title, I'm going to be sharing how I lost weight and how I try to stay fit and stay in my weight. Why I wasn't sure if I wanted to share this is because nowadays, with all the social media and online and all the information out there, you see a lot of diets and false information going around, people doing diets just because they saw some certain blogger or YouTuber doing it. In my opinion, that's really dangerous, and you should always do a diet with a professional, with a nutritionist or a doctor, or someone that can really do that diet to your specific needs, body weight, health, everything. So a little disclaimer here. I am not a nutritionist. I am not a nutritional professional, health coach, doctor, anything in the field. I did not go to school for that. But I have, like a lot of you women out there probably know, have been through my ups and downs in terms of weight, self-esteem, body image. So I really wanted to touch down on that. I'm not going to share a specific diet, like what I eat in a single day today, just because I don't want to be misleading. So, that being said, a little bit of a backstory. I've always been slim, I'm not gonna lie. For the most part, growing up as a kid, a teenager, high school, everything, I was always slim. When I first moved to the States, I don't know if you know this, but in Mexico, you don't eat out as much as you do here in the US. In the US, you have so many options to eat out that it's just so much easier, sometimes just picking up something. And nowadays you do have a lot of healthy options, but still, you're still eating out, you're still eating a little bit more processed foods and stuff like that. I was about 21, I want to say. I was training full-time tennis, and this was me not being educated. I'm being honest. In my mind, I started training about 4 or 5 hours a day, and I just assumed that because I was working out so much, I could eat whatever I wanted. Big mistake, big. No, you cannot eat anything you want and lose weight. So I did. That was the first time I actually gained weight because I was working out so much. I would get home starving, and I would just want to eat anything I could find in front of me, whatever, even the table, if whatever. I was eating out and not healthy because I assumed I could eat whatever I wanted. That doesn't work for anybody, especially an athlete. So an athlete, you want to be able to perform and move and everything, and of course it wasn't working out. This was the first time really that I had gained weight. I can't remember how much it was, but it was substantial. So some pictures. And it's hard. It doesn't really matter about the weight, but when you've been a certain weight or size for your whole life, and then out of nowhere just like gain weight, it's hard. I mean, we would go to the beach a lot. I was struggling to wear a bathing suit and look the way I liked or the way I used to, so I started struggling there. But the frustrating part is because I didn't know, I was like, I just don't get it. Thankfully, my brother decided to get married. No, so this is more or less, so that was a couple years, and more or less when my brother was getting married, the whole thing, we all want to lose weight and the dresses and the pictures. And my mom started seeing this amazing nutritionist, I love her, and I sat with her and I told her, hey, I work out a lot and I'm stuck. And that she was really helpful. She really educated me. It wasn't so much about, this is what you're gonna eat today and blah, 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 very strict. No, it was more about teaching me how to eat and just a healthier lifestyle. She told me, of course, because you're working out so much, you do need more energy. You do need a little bit, maybe more carbs than anybody else or something like that. I'm not gonna get into, again, I'm not a professional, so my terms might not be the most accurate. She gave me some tips there. She gave me a diet, and yeah, it worked. I learned what to eat in a week, what to eat when I was working out, how to eat when I was training early in the morning. I'll get to a few tips that I followed from her and that I've learned myself. So that worked, and I think I maintained myself, a little bit ups and downs, so maybe a couple pounds here, a couple pounds there. And then when I got married, again, I went with her and I told her, you know what? I am not working out as much. I want to lose weight. Of course, the bride wants to lose weight because of the dress and again, the photos and the party and the wedding, and it's just, I want to be skinny when I get married. We've all been there. It's normal. A little bit of a more strict diet, that much energy if I wasn't training as hard. So perfect, got married, my ideal weight, that's what I thought, it was perfect, whatever. I really liked how I looked. I wasn't working out as much, so it wasn't so much muscle. Got married, everything, loved it, loved the photos, loved the dress, loved everything about it. Then, of course, the newlywed years happened. I'm sure a lot of you have been through this. When you just get married, for a lot of us, you tend to gain weight, whether it's the excitement, the new home, you're decorating your house, you're testing out all those kitchen appliances that you got for your wedding, that pasta maker and that professional baking mixer, whatever. So I mean, it's a fun time and you tend to overlook a few things. It took me a while to get back into my routine. From when I got married to probably about a year and a half ago, I realized I had gained about 20 pounds. So that's like 10 kilograms. I usually think in kilos, sorry. Which is, the day you get married, you're basically running on fumes because the excitement and stress and whatever. But yeah, from the day I got married to pretty much when I realized it had been almost 20 pounds. So if you've been following me for a while, maybe 2 years, you may have noticed it. I did get a few messages. That's also why I did this video, because I did get a few messages asking me what my diet was, how I had lost weight. So you may have noticed a slight change. So yeah, so I gained weight and I was again feeling frustrated because same thing. I was like, I'm eating well, I'm cooking at home and everything, and I don't know what, and I'm not losing weight. So again, I started feeling frustrated. I started noticing that I wasn't liking how I was looking again. I was feeling a little bit uncomfortable. My clothes, that was mainly the issue, were not fitting the way I would have liked them to. Just little things like that were starting to pile up. And of course, I mean, we all think like, oh, I'm eating at home and this is healthy and whatnot, but we don't really realize that we are maybe abusing certain things. So we'll talk about that in a little bit again. So I keep skipping ahead. That I even went to check my hormones because I was like, this cannot be real. I mean, it's birth control, it's whatever, I'm gaining weight. And no, I went to my doctor and she said, everything's perfect. I think you should see maybe a nutritionist to help you out. When I was going a little bit through this, I was like maybe losing a little bit and gaining it back. I had this weird reaction when I was back home in Mexico, which is weird because in Mexico, I usually lose weight because I eat at home. Everything is home cooked, fresh, healthy. So when this happened, what happened was that I kind of like bloated. I felt like more like swelling. I thought maybe it was an allergic reaction. Maybe I was developing something, to gluten or to dairy or something like that. I couldn't figure it out, but I was really stressed. Whatever I took, it wasn't helping. So when I came home, I was like, okay, let me test something out. Let me kind of like take out a few things that I know I'm eating. So I stopped for a couple weeks. I did not eat at all, like my chips, my Takis, my Cheetos, which is my kryptonite. I took out a lot of those things. I kind of like cut down on some carbs that I knew, like maybe I was overdoing it. Same with sugary drinks, switch it up for water again. And that's when I saw a real difference. Like honestly, not so much the slimming down, but it was just like, I stopped feeling so bloated. I stopped feeling like stuffy and heavy. And I just knew it wasn't an allergic reaction. I was just abusing a lot of things that my body was probably not digesting the right way. So I have nothing against carbs, nothing against sugar, but there's a certain level, I was going over the level that my body could take in. That's when I started to change. I also changed up a little bit of my workout routine. I was doing a lot of kind of like strengthening workouts, and I started doing more cardio, and that helped out a lot. And yeah, and I got into my routine. I got into that healthy eating, and it really worked for me. So I want to share a few tips that actually worked for me going through this. Things I've learned, things that some nutritionists have told me, and just in general that I know have worked for me. So 1, analyze your daily diet. What is it that you eat the most? What is it you abuse the most? And try and cut down on that. So if you drink a lot of soda and just sugary drinks, cut down on that. If you eat a lot of candy, chocolates, things like that, just cut it down. I'm not saying remove it completely. Maybe you have to remove it completely for a little bit, but for starters, just cut it down. Analyze what it is you really eat a lot of and if it's healthy. 2, get moving. So whatever your activity level is, just kick it up a notch, unless you're already running like for a marathon or crazy things like that. But if you're not very active, just go out for a walk, especially if after a meal. A big mistake we tend to do, especially I do this in the weekends, so when we eat at home, is after after we eat, we kind of like chill for a little bit, maybe watch TV. So get moving, you know, walk around the house, maybe get out, walk. If you don't work out, add a 15-20 minute walk to your daily routine, walk the dog, whatever, something like that. If you do work out, maybe switch it up. Our bodies tend to get used to the activity that we do. You know, maybe it's already too used to what you're doing, so it might not be as effective. So add a different class, a different kind of workout. If I don't know, if you do tennis, go out for a dancing lesson or something fun like that. Get a fun workout. So find something that you actually like doing. So it doesn't have to be running a marathon or anything like that crazy, but just something you enjoy. It's not a punishment, it's something that should be fun and keep you healthy at the same time. 3, be patient with your body. Do not force it. This is something that we all go through. We all wish there was a miracle cure, a miracle pill or something that would make us lose weight and have this amazing body overnight, and it just doesn't work like that. Our bodies have their own process, and you just have to be patient with it. You have to love it and nurture it, and like my plants, and which tend to die, but anyway. Body, find what works for you. Yeah, love your body and don't overdo it. 4, don't pick random diets you find online. Don't trust the Kardashians. Don't drink miracle teas that the Kardashians drink. I'm sorry, but those are super dangerous. Don't do juice cleanses. I know juice cleanses are super popular, but one thing you need to understand, a juice cleanse is actually not good for losing weight. And this is something, talk to a nutritionist and they'll tell you the same thing. Living on pure liquids and juices, which are basically sugar, the only thing you're gonna cause is to backfire. I know because I did it. So I did a juice cleanse for 3 days, and on the positive side, I did notice that it kind of like cleansed everything out, you know, and that way it was fine. But at the end, I was starving. So you bounce back like that. And it's obvious. I mean, it's just normal if your body is on liquids for the minute you put in something solid, it's gonna like hug it and be like, oh my God, food. So avoid juice cleanses if you wanna lose weight, especially if you've been stuck. So don't do that. Avoid going for fad diets. So basically we see it a little bit right now with the keto diet or things like that. Keto diet is a very specific diet that was designed for a specific condition. So don't just do it because it worked for your friend or because this blogger or YouTuber recommended. Don't do it. This is a diet that should be given to you by a doctor, a professional, a specialist, whatever you want to call it. You need to check your levels before you do a keto diet. The keto diet removes all carbs and sugar, and basically you're living on protein and fat. And if you have really high cholesterol, this is not a sustainable diet. Well, it's not a sustainable diet for a long period of time for anybody. Anyway, again, not a pro, but I do know I've talked about this with friends that are really good nutritionists, very professional. So anyway, same with vegan. A vegan or vegetarian diet, vegan particularly, is a lifestyle. You're not doing it to lose weight. If you're gonna be vegan, it's because really you do not agree with consuming animal products, but don't do it because I want to be skinny because I'm vegan. No, sorry about that. But no, don't do it because of that. Also, if you want to really adapt a vegan diet, make sure you see a nutritionist. They're gonna have to really put together a good meal plan that will include all the nutrients your body needs. I know you can sustain a healthy lifestyle with a vegan diet, but there are some things that you are gonna need to know what to eat to get all the nutrients that you would very easily get from just a small portion of animal protein. 5, don't see a diet as a punishment. I think we all tend to do this. It's like when you go to the doctor, they put you on a diet, you're like, oh, but they're taking away my favorite food. No, it's not like that. It's just a lifestyle change. You just need to adapt to it, find what works for you. For example, for me, I found that if I'm pretty good the whole week, I can eat out on the weekends. I love burgers, I love fries, I love pizza. So no, it's not a punishment, but I do know I feel better and I enjoy eating healthier. So just see it like that. Don't see it like, I'm on a diet, which I mean, we've all been there. 6, don't be too strict with yourself. So kind of like combined with, don't take everything out. I mean, basically, yes, if we ate just broccoli and grilled chicken, everybody loses weight, but you will get tired. So find fun ways, find healthy recipes, add a little treat here and there, but don't be too super strict that you can never eat what things or a treat or something that you like. So just enjoy it. 7, so make small changes. This is something that my nutrition actually taught me. Like I say, I love chips and just like kind of snacks, like Takis and things like that. So she told me if you're really craving, you know, if you want to lose weight and you're really craving stuff like that, you know, substitute your chips for like popcorn. Of course, natural, no butter if you can. But it's a healthier option. Maybe go for some fruit or things like that. In Mexico, we do cucumber with little chili, like tajin or stuff like that. So that's always like you get that spicy, salty craving under control, and it's a lot healthier. So just small changes. Also, like we said before, if you drink a lot of sodas, sugary drinks, switch those out for water. If you eat a lot of bread or like processed things, maybe switch out little things, you know, things you're cooking with instead of fried, going for grilled. Small changes that will have a really big effect on your diet. 8, don't skip meals. I think this is particularly important for teenage girls because I know I've been through this. And younger girls, you think that if you skip a meal, you'll be skinnier and you lose weight, and that's borderline talking on some eating disorders. But that's not true. It actually even backfires. It's kind of like the effect with the juice cleanse, but anyway, when you skip meals, your body kind of goes into shock mode and be like, okay, I need food. So whenever you do eat, again, it's like, thank goodness, food, and it hugs that food, and it even slows down your metabolism because it's trying to absorb all the nutrients you're not giving it. So believe it or not, the more you eat healthy and balanced, the more you eat, the better. So 3 main meals a day plus snacking during the day, healthy snacks. But breakfast, you know how they would always tell us when we were younger, like breakfast is the most important meal of the day. It technically is, just because you jumpstart your metabolism. And it's not so much that, you're gonna die without breakfast, no. But it jumpstarts your metabolism, and you do have to keep your body moving. So actually skipping meals is not gonna work. So just be healthy, you know, eat when you should eat. Don't skip them. If you're very busy, try to have some snacks. And 9, most important in my opinion, is love yourself. It doesn't matter how much you weigh, how tall you are, how short you are, how skinny, how overweight, whatever. As long as you're happy and you love yourself and you're healthy, that's really what matters. So I know that's why I didn't really want to touch on how much I actually weigh, because I feel that's very relative and it can lead to confusion. So it's normal to have your own weight. We're all built differently. We're all unique. We're all one of a kind. Just love yourself, be healthy, and that's it. I mean, be happy. I love sharing this kind of things with you. But like always, if you like this video and you like my channel, don't forget to like it, comment, subscribe, share it. Comment below if you have questions, if you want to share something. I love conversation, and I hope to see you guys again here soon. Bye.